We are not talking about figs today. We're going to discuss wine barrels, oak chips, and oak spirals. These wine barrels have been very good to me, as have these ones right here.
And I try to be equally good to the wine barrels.
However, as my mom used to always say, tutto finisce. For the first 5 years, they gave a lot of flavor to the wines. And then for the next 7 years or so, a little bit of flavor, but they also softened the wine, and that's important. I experimented with wood chips and with oak spirals, but I'm not crazy about them. I prefer wine barrels. So now it's time for new ones. These are the new wine barrels. 5-gallon American oak on the right, 7-gallon Hungarian oak on the left, and this one is a 10-gallon American oak. I like these sizes because they're easier for me to lift and clean. This one, for example, is 15 gallons. It's about 6 years old, 7 years old. Doesn't give as much oakiness anymore, but it's just too big for me to lift and clean. The American oak adds a little more oakiness than the Hungarian oak. So the wine has been in this barrel now about 3 months. We tasted it the other day and decided it's time to bottle it. Cheers! So the temperature in this room is always lower than 65 degrees. Whenever I put wine into the wine barrel, I make sure that it's totally clarified. I don't want there to be any sediment in there. Makes it much easier for me to clean. After I empty the barrel, I rinse it 3 times, at least 3 times. And the last rinse with some potassium metabisulfite, so I sanitize it. The wine barrels are always full of wine. Oak likes wine, just like us. So every week or every 2 weeks, I have to top them up. Because if I don't, there'll be oxygen in there, and that's not good for the wine. It's delicious. This is a Barbera from Suisun Valley in California. The grapes are great. But now with this new oak barrel, it's got a little hint of vanilla and a soft oakiness. I like to keep fermentation locks on these barrels at all times. We experimented with adding oak chips and spirals like this one, but decided that new barrels are much better.